The Intergenerational Transmission of Maltreatment in Child Welfare by Kiara Marks. On average, there are 400,000 children in the U.S. who enter the foster care system each year. Of this number, a vast majority of them are victims of generational cycles. The total number of referrals involving alleged maltreatment was estimated to be 4.4 million of approximately 7.9 million children in the U.S. in 2019, according to the Child Welfare Information Gateway. According to Hamilton County Job and Family Services' 2021 annual report, 8,422 families were served, as well as 17,897 children. On average, there were 50,949 caseloads monthly. The root of the problem. Generational cycles occur when parents unintentionally pass trauma down to their children. The passing along of trauma can affect multiple generations, leading to years of unhealthy family dynamics. There are many factors that relate to intergenerational trauma, as it is a discrete form passed from one to the next without exposure to the original event. Families in the child welfare system are often victims of this type of trauma because they have faced adverse childhood experiences at some point in their lifetime. So what are ACEs? ACEs are adverse childhood experiences, which are traumatic events that occur in childhood, negatively affecting the child's health and mental state. ACEs have a lifelong impact on the victim's overall well-being. About 61% of adults surveyed report that they have experienced at least one type of ACE before the age of 18, and 1 in 6 report that they have experienced 4 or more ACEs. ACEs are a preventable public health issue, and it is up to social workers to understand and address the risk factors and protect those in harm's way. This research study is vital to social work practice because it addresses the historical context of ACEs and the lasting impact. Trauma is a cycle that begins in childhood and runs rampant throughout life until approached with a solution. It is important to gain an understanding of the cause and effect of adverse childhood experiences and the preventable steps needed to end the often never-ending cycle of abuse. What causes generational involvement in the child welfare system? Research design. The subjects of this study include those who have or have had an open case with Hamilton County Job and Family Services. Originally starting out with 60 cases, purposive sampling was used to select a sample most useful for the purposes of the research. This study looks at 20 cases, 10 long-term and 10 short-term, diving deep into the substantiated cause and backgrounds. As this graph shows, the number of children within each family varies. Of the 20 cases, 32% of families had 1 child, while 16% had 5 or more. 10% of the families had 2 children, and a total of 42% had 3 or 4 children. Of the total percentage, 1 of the families had 14 total kids, 12 of which are in the custody of Hamilton County. The graph to the left displays the reason to which the current case was screened in and what kind of abuse the child was enduring at the time of the report. When a case is substantiated, it is categorized by the type of maltreatment based on the allegation at hand. The graph to the right displays the reason to which the parent's case was screened in when they were a child. Only 10 of the cases from the select 20 have a history within SACWIS, therefore there was a small percentage of substantiated cases. The pattern in each graph depicts a pattern in intergenerational maltreatment. From one generation to the next, maltreatment is passed down until the generational cycle is broken. The below graph shows the original placement setting each child was placed in and the most recent. Though many of these children have experienced multiple transitions throughout their time in the child welfare system, these graphs show where a fit household stepped up amidst a traumatic experience. In both graphs, every child's placement from each case was gathered. This graph displays the current status of all 20 cases as of February 2023. According to the graph, 80% of the cases are currently open, while the other 20% are closed. Among this percentage, a total of 4 of the cases have been closed due to reunification with their caregiver. The results of this study indicate that there tends to be a pattern of intergenerational maltreatment among families who have a history in SACWIS. As of February 2023, among the 20 cases assessed, only 4 of them have been closed. The findings from the study add to the current understanding of intergenerational maltreatment. They provide patterned evidence among the families within Hamilton County who have little or multiple substantiated reports. The findings are consistent with the current research, as Dixon states. Research highlights the importance for professionals working with families early in the child's life to assess protective factors in addition to risk factors or poor parenting styles. The findings also indicate that many families involved with Hamilton County who have substantiated child maltreatment cases and children in the custody of the agency as of February 2023 struggle with the repetition of maltreatment. It is important effective services are provided to address the struggle of intergenerational maltreatment and the importance of overcoming adversity for the future of that family. This study illuminates issues regarding the patterns of intergenerational maltreatment among families with cases in the child welfare system. It is important to dive deeper and expand on generational trauma when working in the child welfare system. This approach can assist in progress made in the cases as an attempt to break the cycle and work towards the children overcoming adversity for future interactions relating to trauma.